Hi, everyone. Welcome to Preschool Parade. I'm Miss Sylvia, and we are talking about fairy tales today. So thanks for joining us.
Hi, I'm Miss Heidi, and I'm from the Howard County Library System at the Miller Branch, along with Miss Sylvia. And we're so excited. You can tell we put on some of our princess and queen gear today to be fairy tales and have fun with you about it. And first, we have a guessing game. So I might have some things here, Miss Sylvia, that show something from certain fairy tales. So see
Hey,
if you can guess what they are. First of all, this is what I have. Hmm.
a
It is a
basket.
basket.
Hmm.
Maybe some picnicky things in here.
I see red too. That's giving me a clue.
That is a clue.
B. Does it have to do with Little Red Riding Hood?
Yes. This is a little
Yes.
basket she was taking to her grandmother in the woods. Little Red Riding Hood. All right. Now, inside this basket, though, I might have some other clues for you. This one might be an easy one. Let's see if boys and girls at home can get it. Who is this?
Oh, he's so cute. It's a little gingerbread man.
Yes. And what does he say? Run, run as fast as you can.
Says, you can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread
That's
man.
right. So that is a clue. Let me see. Oh my goodness. What is this that I have in here, Miss Sylvia? Can you tell?
Ooh, it's a
I
big
don't think it will ever end.
braid. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it belongs to Rapunzel.
Rapunzel had the long hair, boys and girls. That is a fun
Yeah,
fairy tale. So there might be other things in this basket, but I think you can all have a good time making your own guessing game by things you might have around the house and see what fairy tales they might remind you of.
that's a great idea, Miss Heidi. Love that. Okay.
We have a great song, I think.
No, we have our books first. We have some series
Yes,
to share.
we do. I am so sorry, boys and girls. I'm so excited about singing this song. I almost forgot to tell you about some wonderful fairy tale series we have in the library. The first one are a book of board books. So they're
Ooh,
found in the board book section, and they're called Les Petites Fairy Tales. That's for little people. And there's one that's Sleeping Beauty. Look at this one, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, and there's a lot more there. These are all by Trixie Bell. You can find them by the bees section in the board book section, but they are a lot of fun just to read because they're very short and simple and fun. And then maybe once you start recognizing a word or two in fairy tales, they have some in the easy reader section, and they're called We Both Read. And that means your parents or a caregiver, someone reads with you, but you can also start picking out some words. Here's one about the Frog Prince. Here's one about the Emperor's new clothes. Here's one about Jack and the Beanstalk. And these are all adapted from the original fairy tales by Cindy McKay. So every one of these books in the very beginning has a parent's introduction, and they tell how they both work together. So in Jack and the Beanstalk, there's looks like there's a lot of words in there that a grown-up can read, but then every once in a while you can just find certain words like cow or mom to read yourself and see if you can start recognizing some words. So I love that series about We Both Read.
that is a great series. That's a great way to work together with reading. And I actually have a short series that I wanted to show too, also found in the board book section. So this is Once Upon a World, and these are different versions of fairy tales that take place in different parts of the world. So most of them are by Chloe Perkins. This is Rapunzel, and you'll be able to find books by Chloe Perkins by the letter P, sorry, in the board book section. And then this is The Little Mermaid, and this one's by Hannah Elliott. So you find hers with letter E, and it's cool. So this version of Little Mermaid takes takes place in the Caribbean, and this version of Rapunzel takes place in India. So it's just a different cultural version of the fairy tales. Those are once upon a world.
I love that, Miss Serial, because Miss Sylvia, fairy tales are universal and they are all around the world. And there's so many fairy tales that come to us from other cultures too. So that is great. I love seeing that. And now is it time for our song?
Yay! Song time. Yes. Okay, so we are going to do a song called The Royal Pokey, the twist on the hokey pokey. And we are going to take turns. So the first verse we're going to do is we're going to put our crowns in. So I have my tiara. I'm going to take it off and put it back on. And after that, Miss Heidi will go, and then we'll go back and forth. Okay? So here we go. Put your crown in, you take your crown out. Put your crown in, and then you shake it all about. You do the royal pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Yay! I like that, Miss Sylvia. Okay, my verse involves a wand, because a lot of fairy tales have a magic wand. So you can just grab a pencil or something to use right now and just to have a wand. Ready? You put your wand in, you put your wand out, you put your wand in and you shake it all about. You do the royal pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
So fun. All right, for our next verse, we're going to put our slippers in. So I'm actually going to show my slipper that I have on my feet. You may use a slipper that you have at home, or maybe you'll use your feet too. Look at Miss Heidi's beautiful slipper. We're ready. Okay, you put your slipper in, you take your slipper out, you put your slipper in, and then you shake it all about. You do the royal pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Yay!
Oh, I love that, Miss Sylvia. That was a lot of fun. And I hope you shook your feet, boys and girls at home. Now, sometimes we see the royals on TV and they're doing a wave like this. So we're going to say you put your royal wave in and you put your royal wave out. Are you ready? You put your royal wave in, you put your royal wave out, you put your royal wave in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
That's so awesome. That is so fun. Okay, so I have two books to share, and they both have to do with the story, The Three Little Pigs, which many of you probably heard of. However, these are different versions of The Three Little Pigs. So the first one I'm going to share is called Huff and Puff by Claudia Ruda. And in this version of The Three Little Pigs, you get to help be the wolf. And it asks, can you blow down the houses of the three little pigs? Very cool. So the three pigs are still doing what they do in the traditional story. One's building a house with straw, one with sticks, and one with bricks. But this time, you get to help. And there are pages that say huff and puff when the wolf comes to blow down the pig's house, and you get to huff and puff and blow the house down. And so this one's for the straw, and then there's one for the sticks, and there's even one for the bricks. And you'll have to see, will the wolf be able to blow down the houses? And maybe there's even a twist at the end. What is he really trying to blow out? We'll have to see. So that is Huff and Puff by Claudia Ruda. And then the other version of The Three Little Pigs, this is a new book, which I'm so excited about. This one is called The Three Little Yogis and the Wolf Who Lost His Breath. So look at these cute little yogis. Oops, there they are. They're Three Little Pigs, but they are yogis and they love to do yoga. And they help the little wolf because he loses his breath. And he's trying to find it because he can't huff and puff like he used to anymore. So he goes and visits them and they teach him different strategies that he can use to find his breath because he gets really angry and he wants to huff and puff, but he's not able to do that. So they show him some ways that he can help calm down. And you'll have to read to find out what some of those strategies are. But in the back, there's a page for parents that gives lots of information on the different poses and breathing exercises that are shown in the book that you can practice at home. Okay.
That is so important these days, Miss Sylvia, because we can be angry by being inside so much or being on the computer too much or something. We need to be like the wolf and learn how to breathe again sometimes.
That's
I
right.
like that, Miss Sylvia. That is a great different take on the Three Little Pigs. And I have some books that are different takes on traditional fairy tales too. So the first one, instead of Cinderella, this is called Interstellar Cinderella. Look at that. She's flying in
Cool.
space somewhere. This is by Deborah Underwood. And I don't know if she's trying to go to a ball or not, but she might want to try to fix some things that are broken in space. So she is Interstellar Cinderella in space. And I like that. And by the same author, Deborah Underwood, instead of Sleeping Beauty, we have Reading Beauty. Look at that. Reading is so important, boys and girls. This is, again, is by Deborah Underwood. And in this book, I think she might help get reading back into the kingdom for everyone.
Oh, that's so
I
important.
really like those books because they're just a little bit different about some princesses. And one more, that's a new book, a brand new book to our library, is called The Princess and the Petri Dish. Look at that. This is by Sue Fleiss, and she is a scientist. She is trying to grow some things. Look, there's her microscope, and she has other beakers and test tubes and science things in there. And she wants to help her kingdom by being a scientist. So this is a great book on a different kind of fairy tale for today. And I really like that.
Those are great twists. I love that. Those are awesome. All right. So we have time for another song.
Yay!
Yay. This one's called All Around the Castle. It's to the tune of Pop Goes the Weasel. I'll start us off and then Miss Heidi will join. Okay. All around the castle, a knight chased a dragon. Together they had so much fun. Roar went the dragon.
Oh my goodness. That happens a lot in film fairy tales. There's a knight and a dragon. Let's see what happens next. The king and queen came right away, wondering who would save the day. It's just a game we like to play. Roar went the dragon. Isn't that silly, boys and girls?
So silly.
Just a game. No one was
Just
trying
a
to hurt
game.
anyone. Just a game. That was fun. Well, that song involved a castle and the dragon and the knight running around the castle. And that gave me an idea for a craft. And I did find this book. It's called Make a Castle Your Way. Look at all these different versions of castles. Some are really big and elaborate, and some you can make like a fairy castle made with stone. This book is by Rachel Thomas. And I just wanted to show you some things from inside there. But Make a Castle Your Way. Sometimes you might imagine so many different kinds of castles. Look at those. Oh my goodness. Both from fairy tale stories and real life. But really, when you build your castle, look at all those things you can use. Paper
Oh, wow.
towels, there's a beach ball, straws or candy cans. You can use so many different types of materials, tree bark, depending upon what kind of castle you want to make. And I love that it says your way. You can make a really big elaborate castle. You can make a tiny little stone one that's good for a fairy. So here's what I did. I just took some things that you might have around your house. I toilet paper roll. After the toilet paper is done, I used a straw and I cut it in half. I just used a simple piece of paper and I did cut that right in half too to make two triangles. And then I used a tissue box. Now, boys and girls, you know, when you first get a tissue box, the top is here and you just have to peel away the top. Well, I didn't peel it away all the way. I just peeled it most of the way because look, it can be a drawbridge and you can have your little creatures walk up the drawbridge into the castle, or you can make a big gate here. It is up to you. And I just did not decorate yet because I wanted you to use your imagination for what your castle might look like. I just put two toilet paper rolls on the side. Here's the straws. Here's my flag. Got a little crooked, but that's okay. So, boys and girls, use your imagination. And then, if you have like little friends at home, you can use them inside your castle when you go to play with them. And that to me, this was such a fun craft to make, Miss Sylvia.
That looks like so much fun, and there's so much you can do with it too. I would spend so much time playing with that castle. I also have a craft to share with you too, and I got an idea from a book. This one is called Enchanting Fairy Tale Crafts. It's by Marn Ventura, and the idea I found was for making your own magic wand. So there are lots of ways to do this, and I kind of adapted it a little bit, didn't follow it all the way, which is okay. And I made my fairy wand that I used for our song earlier for the Royal Pokey. And what I used was a straw, but you could use a chopstick or a pencil or a stick from outside. And what I also did was I cut a star, two stars, oops, because they'll need to get either glued together or taped together, but you need a little pocket at the bottom so that the straw can go in for it to stay on. And then I also just added some ribbon on here too. So it's like a little fairy wand, but you can be creative and do whatever you'd like. So that's another simple craft you can make at home as well.
Miss Sylvia, that is so much fun. And boys and girls, I hope you had a good time with us today looking at fairy tales from all around the world. Use your imagination and create your own wands and your own castles or whatever else you'd like from your very favorite fairy tales. I hope you had fun today. We hope to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.